One. We're live. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Think and Draw on Blacklist Universe, the place where people come to think and draw. Sometimes think. What did you just do, Zach?
I did a thumbs up and my wrist cracked and it really hurt.
Zach sprained his wrist, giving us a thumbs up. So
Hold
let's
on.
all hear it.
Yeah.
And his inopposable thumbs. Zach Bradley, ladies and gentlemen, tell us how you been, what you been up to, and why does your hair look like that?
I need to shave and do some upkeep. That's why. But I've been so busy working on the game.
At this point, I think you need a comb.
No,
Maybe
I just needs to get all of it needs to go. I don't like it when anything gets too long. Like, I don't know how Mike does it with the long hair and stuff. I'm just like, if it gets longer than an inch, then I literally have a buzzer where I just go.
Okay, here's the thing. I have very, very straight hair. So if I cut my hair really short, and this happened to Elijah because he just chopped all his hair off, it sticks straight out of your head. You look like a Monchichi. Until it
very
gets a
wavy
certain
hair.
weight where it's long and heavy enough to fall down and do something.
Yeah.
See, mine's like super thick and wavy, so it as it grows longer, it just gets wavier and poofier, and it never falls. So I tried once before I was married, it just didn't work out.
You gave it an effort.
My beard is retarded, so it just doesn't grow well. So I just need to cut it all off.
One more.
You could train your beard somehow, right?
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Use conditioners, special conditioners, and tonics.
That's investment. That's money and stuff. I'd rather put my time and effort into doing things.
Everyone watching, please do subscribe, like, and share. I know you're all subscribed already, but for those of you who haven't yet liked and shared, do that stuff. Let's get this show out there on the road. I'm gonna go post it up in the Discordius Maximus. All right, now Matt, tell us what you're up to.
I'm just working on some art right now, and hustling. Gotta catch up on a lot of stuff. So
Yeah, you got backed up a little bit, huh?
yeah, got backed up, and I need to get it done. So yeah, it's just I've been living at my computer, and I haven't drawn like on paper in pencil and paper for so long. It feels weird, man. I feel like I haven't, even though I'm drawing every day on the computer, I feel like I haven't drawn anything in weeks.
Yeah, last time I tried to ink something with a brush, it did not go well. I felt like.
Yeah, man, that's scary. I gotta get back into paper.
Yeah. Plus, it's like I don't know. Maybe like the brush wasn't the greatest brush, and then my ink probably wasn't at maximum. Like when you're doing it every day, you keep your ink the right consistency, you keep your brush pristine and everything, and
Yeah.
right. But then like you don't do it since September. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
General Piggy says make NFTs great again. That's the plan. That is the plan. Brandon the Zealot says, let's go, Brandon. And Jeff Potts says you should dye your beard hot pink.
No.
Hot pink.
This is why no one invites you anywhere, Jeff. What's up, Russell? Going well. Glad to see you here, everybody. Lady Celtic Moon, Fuzzy Creature, Juan Soto, Potts, Russell, and Amy. Amy's in the chat. What's up, Amy?
Hey.
Elliot said he would be on, but I don't know. What is going on here? I got a Twitter notification from Gary Shipman. Haven't
seen him in a while.
Show Gary. Gary lost his YouTube channel, so he needs to have to move out of the place where we have lived for. Oh, Gary needs some. Wow, why does he have to move out of his place? That's rough.
Oh, he's also getting kicked out?
Yeah, he got kicked out of his YouTube channel, and now he's got to move out of his house. I don't know why. Crazy times for our friend Gary. Yeah, crazy times for everybody. A lot of people going through some crapola right now. And I'm not just talking about the crypto market crashing. That's fine. That's fine. Pay no attention to the bear market. It'll be here for a while, so don't get too excited when you get some daily 4% spike in Bitcoin, because 2 days later it'll be down again. Don't worry about it. This is the bear market. Get used to it.
I got my money out.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I was like, I put some in stable coin, and I'm just,
yeah.
And I was just
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm gonna cash out some.
I've got a chunk in stable coins. I've got a chunk in ETH. I've got little chunks here and there in alts and whatnot, and I've got a lot of chunks in NFTs. Thankfully, they're mostly my NFTs, and they're all still above floor. They're all still above mint. So
That's good.
yeah, that's a good
great.
thing about an NFT collection when you're September. How many months in are we? 8 months in, 9 months in, and we're above mint on everything. It's pretty
Awesome.
pretty solid floor. Yeah. So what have I been up to? Because we didn't do a show last week.
You guys didn't do a show last week?
No,
No.
it's been 2 weeks since
No
I've been.
way.
Yeah.
Although
I did make a video. Did you guys see it?
Yeah, no, I thought it was
yeah.
great. I shared it. I thought it was brilliant.
I think I shared it too.
Here, let me share it here. I can just upload the video file if I can find it. And then I'll explain to you why and what I'm doing. Oh no, where is it? My computer, my D drive is so full now. It takes like forever just to upload or for stuff to folders to show up. Ah, there we go. Here it is. Stop losing money on NFTs. Hundreds of people have become millionaires buying and selling NFTs. Millions of people, however, have become hundredaires doing the same thing.
First time.
The lucky few buying and selling and getting rich, making the headlines and going viral. The rest of you poor schlubs are providing the liquidity so they can get their Lambos. No more. NFTs are here for the long haul, but if you don't wise up and learn the difference between a hyped up pump and dump and an NFT with real value and utility, you're just going to lose money in this game. Stop trying to catch the next big thing. You might as well be buying lottery tickets. Do your research. Don't know what to look for? Trust, purpose, utility. An NFT is a token with a contract. It can have innumerable possible use cases. Buy the ones with utilities that you think are worth investing in. If you need help, join our Discord at Funky Monkey Frat House. Link is in the bio. There are lots of well-informed NFT investors there who can help guide newbies in this space so that they don't make the same bad decisions over and over again. The link is in my bio. I hope to see you there. Jeez, I look like crap in that video. But
yeah, you got a message. You don't see yourself that much though, and it's about the message.
Yeah. I wanted to record it where I was reading into the screen, and then at least I could have the option to pump. But it was like, I don't want to memorize this whole thing, so I just kind of read it, and then like the end thing, I just spoke into the screen. But so before they were their own utility, then that failed. I don't know what that means, Fuzzy Creature, so I'm just going to carry on as if I didn't read it. So what? Not too long, I guess last week or so, and you guys may have seen this, it's advertised all over Facebook. It's a book called 0 to a Million Followers in a Month. Have you seen that book?
Mm-mm.
No,
it's an ad. Hey, Max. And yeah, so I went and I looked at this guy's book, and then I started, watching some of his little pitch videos and whatnot. And I'm like, wow, this guy's like legit. His name's Brendan, not Brandon. Brandon, where is it? Brendan Kane. And anyways, he's been like a social media marketer for like movie studios and stars. Like what's her face? That young pop singer chick. Anyways, and he's obviously he's kind of figured out the whole formula on how to utilize social media. And so I've been I bought his audiobook, or I bought not the audiobook, I bought the book, but I haven't read it because I just haven't had time to sit down and read a book. But I also then he upsold me, because that's part of the whole thing, right? He's really good at upselling. And so I bought the whole like, what do you call it? Module set, where it's like a bunch of little, 5 to 10 to 15 minute videos where he goes and he's kind of doing this training stuff and trying to hit all the points that are probably in the book. I'll probably just go buy the audiobook so I can listen to it instead of, but man, so much good information. And I'm like, I'm not even through all of it yet, but I'm like, I'm going to put together a video, maybe start doing some videos of, with this kind of information that he's giving me. And the ones that I've done, I just put them up. They're getting some good, responses from even the places I'm not paying for any ads. Like I have it up on Twitter, and it's one of my most seen tweets, I think. And anyways, it's stuff worth learning if you're gonna be in the space trying to actually build yourself a business.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cute.
It is. It's a lot of work, but Sheldon said it's a great book. I have 1 million followers.
So it's like it basically shows you how to run your social media type thing.
It's how to capture people's attention, because in this kind of media world, you have 3 seconds to get someone to decide whether or not they're going to keep scrolling or if they're going to watch your content.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a hook line, there's a story, there's just this kind of like organizational understanding of how to best utilize that 3-second opportunity to get somebody. I mean, really, it could be a split second to get someone. If somebody sees something interesting that makes them stop scrolling, because what people do is they scroll. They watch something a little bit, scroll, and then it's like, yeah, you get something. It's just like, you watch a movie. It's like, what's your hook? What's your going to get people to stick around for the whole 2 hours, in the first 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's the hard part, figuring out, because my mind doesn't think like most people, so I don't get what attracts them, because what attracts the general public doesn't attract me at all. So I'm like, I don't get like commercials. I can watch commercials.
Actually, Matt, that's very good, because the hook is what everyone does. People, they just get so used to it that it's just, they keep flipping through it. Right?
Yeah.
It's when something, and I hate to use the phrase because it's so overused now, but when something subverts your expectations, that's when your brain kind of hits the brakes. That's your hook. That's like, it's not thinking like everybody else that can draw someone in and say, well, this is peculiar. It has my curiosity piqued, stop losing money on NFTs. Whereas if you're flipping through NFT stuff, everyone's like, hype, come get, you're going to get rich, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's the opposite. It's swimming upstream. It's,
Yeah.
Someone needs water.
Yeah, no, I drink water.
Oh. Okay. Well, anyways, I don't know how much time I'm going to spend on that. I actually contacted him on LinkedIn today and he got back to me. So I'm going to see if there's something we can work out. Because, hey, marketers need artists.
Yes, they do. They need products to sell, is what you're saying.
No, I mean, in advertising and whatnot, artists are important have been used traditionally,
Yeah.
So, that's when he asked me for some stuff, and I sent it to him. So we'll see what he says. That'd be a great contact, because he does have an advertising company where he does market for other people, but he's probably inundated, so it's probably really hard to actually get a slot in his company's schedule. If like I wanted to have them do like, you know, a movie or whatever, a game or a NFT collection, probably be hard to get on his schedule. But if I'm connected with him already, then there's a better chance.
Yeah, that's the thing is like commercials, man. I'll watch a whole commercial and I'll even like enjoy the commercial. At the end, and I'm like, I don't even know what that's selling. I don't even know what it's for. If you could ask me, I couldn't know if it's a box of cornflakes or it's a car commercial. I can't tell because I didn't pay attention.
Yeah,
you know? That's how my mind works. I'll just like watch it. I'm like, that was hilarious. What was it for? I don't know.
Roscoe says, "Can you see if he needs an accordion player? I need a gig." Roscoe, did you get anything in the mail lately? Oh, there we go. I got my sweet art this week. Mike, #pay Eden. There you go. So he did get something in the mail. Congratulations. Sorry. She was done with that in September or October. I just haven't mailed it out until last week.
Oh, yeah, I see that. I just saw someone talking about that.
I am terrible. Gary, why don't you come in and tell us what we need to pray for you for, buddy? I don't understand why what's happening to you is happening to you. Oh, you're sick right now. Taking a lot to Texas. Oh my gosh, Andy's sick on top of everything else. All right, everybody, please keep Gary Shipman. It's a very loud motorcycle. Please keep Gary in your prayers. He's sick. He's got to move. He lost his YouTube channel, so he's got to rebuild the audience. Everyone, could somebody put Gary's link up? Gary Shipman's Art Annals. You might want to think about that name, Gary. But yeah, everyone, please do keep him in your prayers.
Townsend.
Anywho. Yeah, Gary Shipman's Art Annals. Let me see. Nobody's putting it in the link, so I feel like I need to do it myself. Gary Shipman. There we go.
So someone hacked him?
I don't know how he lost his channel. I haven't talked to him about it yet. So everybody's praying. Thank you very much. So what are you working on? You're still working on the game, but what? You got any particulars or got anything you want?
There's so much. Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous.
How do you work on it while also constantly twirling your beard?
Oh, right now I'm not working on it. Right now I'm figuring out stuff because I'm also getting kicked out of my apartment.
What?
So,
what is going on in the world right now?
The apartment complex got bought out about like right before the new year, and the new owners are doing a bunch of renovations and stuff like that. And we got put on a list of no renewal.
What?
We can't renew our stuff because they literally want us out so they could do renovations. And so they're saying basically like, you need to be out by this day. And if you want to get back in, we're going to be charging you like
double.
Almost like $150 more.
What? That's not right.
Yeah. And the renovations are not spectacular at all. Like they're good at like I have new appliances. They're nice. They're not old. When I moved in 2019, they were considered new,
Let me guess. It's probably a foreign investor that bought your complex.
Something. But like the biggest update is that they're changing the countertops from like the laminate crap to like this black
marble
stone looking stuff. But like that's it. That's the big upgrade and nothing else. And they want to charge
They wanna
100
kick you
extra,
out for that.
$150 extra dollars a month for that. So we were like, screw it. You know what? And we were already looking at apartments, and there's like a 3-bedroom that's less than what we're paying now. That's even closer to my daughter's school. So we're probably gonna go for that one.
Yeah, that I heard that there's like all these foreign investors companies in China too are buying out American homes and properties
Mm-hmm.
and then charging exorbitant amount of money. And then so people are all moving into apartments, and then the apartments rackets starting to jack their prices up because they see that trend happening. And yeah,
Well, that's not necessarily a trend as opposed to the market forces. Everyone's being forced into apartments. That means
that's because it's
supply
like
and demand problem.
well, it's all a scam. They're all in on the crap. It's like, you know,
It's
all
the
know what they're
market,
doing.
Matt. If there were more apartments, then they couldn't charge more because there would be more competition. You know how the free market
they're
works.
building apartments like crazy. But like I said, it's these foreign companies doing all this crap.
Wait, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's the population. How I don't know how
It should be illegal for foreign
When we were
companies to
kids,
buy
the
stuff.
population of this planet was 3 billion. It's almost 8 billion now in one generation.
They need to make it illegal for foreign companies to buy land in the U.S. or buy real estate in the U.S. Yeah,
Well, should the
laws.
converse be true?
yeah,
Should
they
it
already
be
have
illegal
it.
for-
It already is. Like
Oh, Americans
in
can't
Jap-
buy land anywhere?
in Japan, you can't buy land or own land if you're not Japanese.
I know, but do you think it's right that Americans can't buy land anywhere?
Yeah, you don't. own
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
You never. That's the worst thing is that you never actually own your land. Is that you could buy a house, but the land underneath you technically will never own. You'll always pay a tax on it every year.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not
Just
right.
that's America,
existing.
yeah.
Like my dad has his house completely paid off, and he's had it paid off for almost like 10 years now. But he still has to pay upwards. It's something crazy like $4,000 a year in property tax.
Yeah, that's theft.
So
We were just looking. There's a place up about an hour and 15 minutes north of here. What is the name of it? Fallbrook. It's where like Dave Mustaine lives and like
mhm.
Lance Mountain, some pro skaters. Because you can go up there. It's in San Diego County, and you can buy huge tracts of land still for like, well, it's not like Montana. It's not like 40,000 acres for $50. It's like, 36 acres for 300,000,
Mhm.
stuff like that. Right? You can buy just acres and acres. Like some of the plots are like hundreds of acres up in Fallbrook, and you can buy them for like, $500 to $1 million or something like that.
Mhm.
So it's probably a lot of mountains, but
I'd own mountain. Mountain's good.
I'd love it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was really because I didn't realize you could get that much land for that cheap in San Diego County still.
Really?
Yeah.
Because man, I've seen land out here in the most ghetto, rundown looking area, and it's like a fortune. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how in the world are they going to sell that crap? Because it is like the most ghetto, rundown looking land. And then the worst area. It's funny, you know how they always say location. Well, in California, location doesn't even matter. Anything, it could be in the most rundown looking area, and it's going to cost a fortune.
Well, no. I mean, it's still location, because that same plot of land, that same size plot of land in La Jolla is going to be. Could you stop that? Micah. You guys hear that? He's like playing with his butterfly knife. It's like click, clack, click, click, clack, click. Welcome, Nerd Wonder. You are muted, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello. How are you all today?
Doing well,
Good.
doing well.
Well, it's good.
Jeff Potts says Chester Busby owns a mountain, also a fertility shrine and a sex castle. Thank you, Jeff. You're always
Boat now. He owns a boat. That's his big thing. He's like, I finally own a boat.
yeah.
You want a boat? That's wonderful.
You're in Texas, right, Nerd Wonder?
Yeah.
So how's the land prices out there going? With all the Californians moving up here.
Our house market's so big, and you can't live in an apartment anymore, and the gas prices went up, and I'm not happy. But that's okay. I'm hoping that the housing market goes down, and maybe rent goes down. You know, a lot of different things go down.
The housing market bubble, I think, just popped.
Oh, thank God.
Do you think it popped, or is it gonna pop? Because
I think
the houses are still way
think-
overpriced.
Yeah, well, they'll be overpriced until they're down about 50% from the peak. But
There'll be
I'm waiting on.
they'll be up until people
Right.
start waking up to their senses and start squatting in these empty houses.
Squatters.
Just take advantage of the laws.
Yeah.
I will
What is
take
it? How long do you have to be in there? Like 60 days before you're technically like you own it because you're squatting so long. What is it? Squatters? I forgot what it is.
squatter
Yeah.
rights?
I used to be
Yeah.
against that stuff. Now I'm like, you know what? I think people need to start taking matters in their own hands.
It's kind of
that's
like
going to be a socialist before too long.
Oh,
But
no.
what is it called? What is it called? Landstead, where like
Is it?
you go out and if you claim like a piece of land and you build on it and stuff, and then you own it for like was it 2 years or something? You have homestead or something like that. Landstead. I can't remember what it's called.
Does that still
You get,
exist?
like- yeah, it's like it's kind of crazy. Like if you just like went off and did your own thing and said screw society, like you actually have a way of ownership that's basically claiming land. I forget what it's called.
I just think that the stuff that's going on and the people who are cause of all this, I think it's time for them to start feeling it.
Hey, does anybody have any art we could share on the screen?
Art.
Yawn.
That'd be nice.
This was supposed to be think and draw on it.
Let me see.
Lots of thinking.
See.
This is not my actual voice, though sometimes it is. And
Is it a voice modulator?
no, it's just me. Yeah, I usually.
Oh, he's mad. His ears are back. Like, knock it off, Dad.
Kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, he's so cute.
There's definitely
There he goes.
We call him Butthole.
Oh,
What?
kitty. That's a reference.
Yes.
Are we in
That's a Dumb and Dumber reference.
Enough.
Enough thinking. Get to brass tacks. Says Sheldon. Right, me big Sheldon.
Okay.
My wife just watched that movie the other day.
Oh man, know what I've been watching?
Huh.
I've been watching T.J. Hooker.
Nah.
Man, that's freaking awesome, dude. William Shatner. Oh man. Yeah, so he's the man.
We've been watching Blacklist.
Oh yeah, I used to watch that.
Yeah?
I haven't seen the latest ones.
My dad likes that show.
Yeah, I like James Spader, man. Freaking the man too.
James Spader
Watch out.
acts exactly the same way he did in Pretty in Pink.
Do you know? Do you know that he's the one that helped get Robert Downey Jr. going?
He's the one that what?
He helped Robert Downey Jr. Like he helped kind of get him going.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was actually in a movie with Robert Downey Jr. back in the '80s. I think it was called Tough Turf,
I have
and it was it's pretty cool. Funny, James Spader though, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's,
can see it.
it's a good show.
Dude, yeah, that's good, man. I'm telling you, T.J. Hooker was good too because it was they were tackling like It's funny they really hit some hard hitting like topics like, but they did it in a way where it's like they kept it like PG. It was crazy how they were able to do that. It's like really creative because they were talking about like illegal underage porn, like and like dealing with that industry. And I was like, wow, that was like crazy how they were able to do that and keep it PG like the whole show,
You just got us thrown off YouTube.
TJ Hooker, man, I'm telling you,
It was
Yeah, I just-
before its time.
he was just like Scumbag. It was like this great how he like the terminology is maggot, scumbag, and a lot of like scumbucket. So like using different names. I don't know. I kind of miss that.
Brandon says it's good to hear from Nerd Wonder. Isn't it though? How long has it been?
It's been a while.
Too long. I go to bed early.
How early?
I know, seriously, you're just in Texas. Jeez.
I go to bed.
Not like
at
you're in
10.
Europe.
I have to drive an hour to work every day.
Oh, whoa, really?
Oh.
Well, housing
Darn.
market's bad, and the gas prices are really bad too. So.
Oh man, yeah, you gotta drive an hour with the gas prices.
Yeah,
I mean, is Texas not as obviously not as bad as California?
it's pretty big. We
But
don't
it's still-
have bad traffic, but I live so far away from my
Oh
job.
man, yeah, that's gotta still be a pain.
Yeah.
And it's also about the layout. Like
Mhm.
how the highways are laid out and stuff.
Yeah. We're
Like
so
in
far-
Austin, if I remember correctly. Zach, you're in Austin, right?
No. Houston.
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 Nice.
Well, in Austin, if I remember correctly, there was the highway goes just all the way around the like outskirts of Austin, which is kind of a weird way to have a highway. But
I
yeah,
keep
it
hearing,
depends. It depends on city planning, like the people that do all that planning before.
rumor has it they're trying, but of course they're too lazy to get it off the ground. They want to make a bullet train. I want the bullet train. The bullet train.
Bullet trains will never be a thing in America.
I think they
Bullet
talked about it in
Unfortunately.
California, right?
Well, California's dumb. They don't deserve one.
Oh, we paid for it.
Where the fuck?
They
is
got a
that
$6 billion freaking high-speed rail infrastructure bill passed and paid for. I don't see
What?
no bullet train though.
Where's
Yeah.
the train? You piece
Yeah,
of
all right.
I want the
Well-
train, man.
government is stupid. They can't do
What?
anything.
What's
Give me train.
freaking Elon is doing with the Boring Company? What is he doing? He's like drilling holes in like underground tunnels.
What? Really?
Okay,
Boring.
Oh
so
yeah,
Bohr
there's a
is.
test one in Austin, right? He's doing.
No,
a
it's
test
not
one.
Austin. He did in California before.
Wait.
Oh, he
Uh,
did.
Yeah. Let me make sure.
Oh,
Boring
you're
Company.
talking about the tunnels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really is like into tunnels. So everybody's like, dude, it's called a subway. And he's like, no, dude, it's different. It's like, nah, dude. It's
Oh,
sick.
dude, I gotta show you guys something.
Oh, it's
Like-
it's underground driving stuff.
Yeah, but you could
Highways.
still get trouble. Like, wouldn't it be more of an issue if there was like a car accident in the tunnels?
I don't know, but apparently he's done a bunch of stuff already.
I mean,
Dug a
he's
bunch of
pretty
stuff.
clever. I'm not gonna question him about that shit, I guess. But I will question after he shows me the results, and I'm gonna ask, how do you get something out that's stuck in there? Like, what if somebody
They just
is
send like a
stupid?
grinder through and it'll just grind you out.
Where's my teleporters? We need teleporters like fucking now. I want
Train, though.
What's your language, please?
Oh, sorry. Want a teleporter?
All right. You know how I'm always complaining about like hydrogen cars and stuff. I mean, like
Yeah.
that's not a thing, dude. It's a thing. It's been a thing.
Yeah, no, the hydrogen cars.
Hydrogen
Yeah.
car? What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
No, I'm talking about they've been out for like
Wait, they just run on
these things have been out
hydrogen?
for like several years now.
Wait,
That's
haven't-
just you can only buy them in California because California's the only place where you have hydrogen
correct.
fueling stations.
Huh.
But
Are-
Honda and Toyota make hydrogen fuel cell cars. So it's like it's not the same kind of technology as like making HHO, but what it does, and as this is just going to run by it. So it's like you have hydrogen going through one side of the plate, and then you have just oxygen from the air going through the other side, and then they combine together to make water. But in the when they're combining, they also create electricity. The electricity charges the battery, so it's got a much smaller battery but it's an electric vehicle, but with hydrogen fueling the electricity to create the power.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah.
all it does, like I said, it creates water, so that all of the exhaust is just water.
Mm-hmm.
Water vapors. That sounds
Yeah.
amazing. Wait, why can't we just have this everywhere?
Hydrogen is very expensive to produce, and
Yeah.
unless you're using green hydrogen, which is a green, greenhouse, not
Yeah.
greenhouse, but like wind, solar, blah blah blah, whatever it is,
Yeah.
then you're still burning coal in
Oh,
order to
yeah.
produce the electricity because
Mhm.
you're burning coal to make the hydrogen, and then you're just swapping one thing for another. I want one because I've been wanting this
I
technology
demand.
forever.
I want power to move. I want people to consider nuclear power as a good
Exactly,
alternative.
dude. That's
Right?
exactly what
Oh
I
my
was gonna
gosh.
say.
It's eco-friendly. It's better for the environment. It
Yeah.
gives more power, and they're actually really secure.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
can be
Well, the new
storing
ones are
hydrogen.
especially.
You can be
Mhm.
storing hydrogen to create for down. I thought about this years ago because you could never turn off a power plant, right? So it's like during downtimes, the power is just being wasted. But what if you were creating hydrogen fuel cells? And I thought about this before these cars, but just like storing hydrogen that you can then turn around and use the hydrogen to create electricity during peak hours, right? So it kind of normalize the energy outflow
And I know
because
people.
instead of wasting it, you're storing it and then using it.
Yeah,
But
and then
this, you can just store it and then send it to the hydrogen refuel plants.
yeah,
Dude.
they make nuclear power factories make so much power. It's insane. And
Yeah, no, I was
they're
trying to
helping.
figure out where it was. Is in Finland. They created this state of the art nuclear power plant that's like way off in an isolated place with a ton of water. And they were
Yeah.
like showing it off, and it will literally produce enough energy to like do half of Europe on its own.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. And it's like, well, if we were to use Alaska, I'm not even joking, we would make like 3 like nuclear power plants in Alaska. It literally could like power all of the United States easily and
Oh my
Canada
goodness.
if we wanted to.
That's
You know?
beautiful. Ooh. I
And they
think
just
that's-
don't want to do it.
No, it's because it is a conspiracy, my friend. This is when
Now-
I get all tinfoil hatty. It's because it's relatively cheaper and that oil companies and other power companies do not get money out of it.
God bless you too, Gary. This is game changer. I discovered this down my hydrogen rabbit hole
Oh man.
night the other night. Check the
Are you
design
the
of
hydrogen
this
man?
engine out. This is freaking crazy. Hello, Edwin Boyette.
Hello, Mike Miller.
Oh, it's an Edwin.
Edwin, yay!
This is a
Hey,
rotary.
Edwin.
This is a rotary engine, right?
Rotary.
It's got 4 chambers, and on one side, as the chamber is exploding and turning the piston, the same power that's turning that on the other side is compressing the air for the next exchange. So then as the air compresses and then it hits that certain sweet spot, the air is then injected with the hydrogen into the explosion chamber. I don't know what it's called. I'm not a mechanic.
Combustion. It's still
Combustion chamber, right? And then the cycle continues. They have working prototypes. This is all built in or made in CAD right now, so they're just doing it based on math and whatnot. But they've got working prototypes of this thing. It weighs 35 pounds and creates 160 horsepower.
Okay.
That's like more horsepower than my Integra, my 400-pound engine or whatever it is. And they're stackable, so you could get 2 of these things. They're 70 pounds, and you get 320 horsepower. This thing
seems like you'd need more bulk.
Why?
The Incredible Book.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see if I got a better
Oh, no.
video of the combustion. It's just mute.
Maybe it just uses some interesting. Though I guess even with the electric cars that have the electric power right at the wheels, they're not using like any kind of flywheel or anything. So
So you see this little gap here is where the air is transferred, and then this gap, this expands as the actually no, we're on the other side. The red side would be the
I did it all for you.
expand. Anyways, same difference, right?
Interesting.
Yeah, dude, it's so crazy. I really wish I could invest in this, but it's accredited investors only.
So the friend request popped up, and then went back down, and I don't know.
What's up, Edwin?
Apparently, my hair length. Lady Celtic Moon says, Mike, look how long Edwin's hair is now. Soon it's going to be as long as yours.
Hey, man, you think you own the
So
place?
long.
Is that what you're going for?
Well, I think next year I'm going to, when they do Lords of the Ring on ice, I'm going to try out for the role of Saruman. So
You're that good on ice, are you?
Yeah. Well, of course I am. Doing a little method acting.
Yeah.
In some way.
So, anyways, I was just blown away by this engine thing, and
That's interesting. So, where is this going to be produced and machined at?
oh, I don't know. I didn't deep dive that. I didn't read all their. You would. You'd just go through their whole website and read everything.
Yeah.
Let me explain to you where they're going to get the sprockets for these.
Well, no. If I discover something and I want to learn about it, I tend
Yeah,
to,
I'll send you the link if you're interested.
yeah, I'll
Checking
take
it
a look.
out because it
I'll
is
take
just.
a look. How's everyone's cryptos?
I don't
Bad.
have any. I'm poor.
Bad.
Oh
Did you
wait,
say
I
bad?
do.
I said not bad because I'm dollar
Oh.
cost averaging.
Oh, yeah. Now's a
Good.
great time to be
Yeah.
ECAing, man.
I've been doing a lot of swing trading the last 2 or 3 weeks since there's been some nice volatility, and that's
Oh,
been
really?
good. Yeah,
Mhm.
I've been able to pretty consistently pull off about 5% a day just swing trading,
Very
but it
nice.
requires fairly constant monitoring.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
And then never react out of fear.
no.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very expensive lesson for me. This is why I don't swing trade anymore.
No, and leverage is not for you. Leverage is not for me. I won't use leverage. I've played with it with small quantities of money, but
Yeah.
I won't use it consistently.
Yeah. I accidentally used 100x leverage one time. I don't even know how I managed to do it, but I pulled off the trade. When I noticed what I did, I'm like, oh no, I need to get out. But wait. Yeah.
Very cool. Let's see. So who's in the chat room here? I see a Juan Soto. I see Amy Melissa Lester. Right. Sheldon Martin. Sheldon Martin. Looks like Mr. Shipman had to go. The Fuzzy Creature said fuel cells. Oh, that's what I was going to ask you about the hydrogen engine. Did they talk about the way they were going to deliver the hydrogen to the engine, how they would store it in the vehicle and such?
They're doing compressed hydrogen, probably the same way they're doing in the Toyota and the Honda hydrogen cars, hydrogen fuel cells, just compressed hydrogen. Yeah, and then the compressed hydrogen is mixed with compressed oxygen in the chamber, right? So the fuel and the oxygen go in, explode, become water, and then round and round it goes. I imagine it can run on. I mean, I did watch a video. They said it can run on petrol, or gas as we call it, but it's designed for hydrogen. I think just because hydrogen is probably cleaner.
I would think you'd have to tune it. Yeah.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
I'm not a mechanic. I don't know.
Yeah. No, you would. You'd have to do some significant tuning just to swap fuels like that.
Yeah, but there's no. I mean, the only metal on metal is the gears that keep it all in sync. Right? The interior, the metal doesn't touch metal, so there's no actual grinding or wear. It's just that those chambers just. I don't know. It's pretty crazy, and they're making them out of titanium, so it's a little expensive, but it's because I think because titanium doesn't warp as much from the heat, and these things will probably get pretty hot.
Does it Does it go on also lithium batteries and so forth? Because I know that's why electric cars are really expensive. Because lithium.
No. This is hydrogen propelled. This. Oh, you're
Okay.
talking about the other ones.
Yeah, like I'm
yeah,
wondering
like
if there's
the-
any components that need lithium.
In this, I would assume they need something for a starter.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be a gas starter or an electric starter. Or... Probably electric. Yeah, electric.
So what are we drawing here, and why is Pac-Man attacking that woman's breast? What is happening in this drawing?
Costin, he's referring to you.
What, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I was like, what? I was like, I wonder what Nerd Wonder is drawing.
I'm drawing a Porcoma.
No, I realized I drew all her armor on one layer folder. So I realized I just I'm gonna do it in pieces. So I got her pauldrons here. on
Oh,
a
got
separate-
it.
So I just realized now I gotta erase the shoulder pads here and then draw the actual chest plate separately. I wasn't gonna do it, but I thought it's gonna create more options. So
Great.
I probably
I'm not
should.
the only one who sees that, right?
I see it.
Pac-Man is going to town.
Where Pac-Man? Where are we seeing it?
As
Her-
I'm looking at the screen, it would be her left bosom.
Heard of that.
Well, it'd be her right bosom.
So, but our left.
Our
facing-
left.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see it now. He's like, "Meow, meow, meow." Yeah, I see. It's like creative. It's like watching clouds. You can see shapes inside of clouds.
Yes.
Pac-Man eating somebody. Oh, I went to a park. Basically, it reminds me of the boardwalk from Lost Boys movie, but they had the roller coasters and stuff by the beach. But
That was Santa Cruz.
yeah, Becky and I went to one here in San Diego, and we were playing Pac-Man. They had an old Pac-Man game. It was fun, and they had skee ball and all the other old school games. And then I won her a Cupid doll. Well, basically, it was like a little stuffed plushie by throwing bean bags at balloons and popping a certain amount of balloons.
Nice.
I actually won. I'm like, yes. Felt good. I'm like, I actually won one of these things. I never do the ring toss stuff. I don't do that. The bottles, the rings, that is a scam. Only was it Remo Williams, master teacher, could actually do that.
Very
There's so
cool.
many layers.
So what else is new, Mr. Miller?
Trying to get some stuff together. We're going to be doing the Metaverse Expo in Vegas in
Oh, yeah.
July.
Oh, cool.
Matt and his lovely bride will be volunteering at our booth.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Zach, you coming out? Zach's muted. Zach's gone.
Zach.
I see him.
Went
I
to
see him. The
shave.
maidens or something.
He went to shave.
He couldn't take it anymore.
He's like, that's it. I'm done with this.
Nice.
He's tickling his neck whenever he talks.
It should be fun then.
So,
Hopefully the market. Hopefully by July too, the market will have some a little bit of an upturn, and capital will be flowing a little bit more freely, if you will.
yeah. It's an actual NFT convention, right?
It's
the last one was a
in
metaverse.
Metaverse, yeah.
Okay.
Metaverse.
Metaverse. It's so meta.
So now, are you going to be there as monkeys, or are you going to be there representing another project?
Monkey Frat House and Den of Dragons. And
Nice.
we're splitting space with Cyber Hornets. So,
Okay, they did. Yeah, they did that comic book too. Yeah, did Baron write that for them?
Yep. Mike Barron.
That's what I thought.
Art by
Yeah.
Ben Herrera. So
Very cool. Have you watched any of Stranger Things yet? The new season?
yeah, we're about 5
I
We're
watched it
about
all.
5 videos in, or
Have
5
you,
sub 5, something like that.
Have you hit them up for royalty checks yet for featuring a young Mike Miller? As,
The worst.
Glad I wasn't the only one who thought that. When I first saw it, I was like, yeah.
even my
That guy is
wife said it. It's like,
Yeah, right.
how is Mike Miller in Stranger Things?
But he's too tall, though. He's too tall. That's the only problem.
That scene where he they're with their golf using the golf clubs to hit the whack balls, and then he like does that
Mhm.
shotgun fart sound.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh man, I think I replayed that 3 times in a row. There's always, growing up, at least when I was a kid, there's always one kid in the group who could just make the best fart sound without actually farting. But it was like, that's one of them. Everyone should be dying laughing.
Or hang on, I should pull up an image of this so that people can.
Yeah, they
Can
haven't
see
seen
that.
it.
I'm not mocking Mike. Let's see.
Well, guys, I actually gotta go.
Zach,
No.
you weren't here when I asked. Are you going to come out to the Metaverse Expo?
No, I will not be there.
What?
Why?
I won't be there
Why?
because I'll be moving.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, you're moving in July?
yeah, I'm moving ASAP pretty much,
oh,
and that costs money and stuff, and we haven't launched the NFT stuff yet, so I'm not really bringing in any money to go off and do fun things like that yet. You know, so I can't just like jump on a plane and go. I would love to.
Yeah.
Trust me, I tried to, like in my head, tried to make it work.
Yeah,
But it's
that
like,
would be fun.
but
Next time.
well, yeah, no, definitely next time. And also, I want to have, if I want to go to one of these conventions and do stuff like that, though, I want to have like the game in a playable
Yeah,
demo,
yeah, yeah.
so people can come to the booth and they can come and see what's going on with our whole entire community, and I would have something to show,
Yeah.
So it's just, and I got to get up early tomorrow.
All right, brother.
Things. Well, good night, everybody.
We'll see you, Zach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good one.
Good seeing you.
so in an alternate timeline, Mike was born as a young Hispanic.
What the F is this?
But it's funny because the time for it is just about right. Maybe a year or two early.
Too late, man.
I'm about the age of the kids. in
Yeah.
that show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm exactly. They're in my grade in that year.
Really?
Isn't that funny? Yeah.
So there you go. There's an alternate timeline where
So it's pretty accurate the way they dress.
Well, here's the thing, dude. They had kids on skateboards in 1986 on the street wearing fully padded up. Nobody freaking fully padded up to skate
no.
in the 80s.
I don't even remember seeing pads in the 80s.
Yeah, I was ripping on some kids that we were at the ice cream shop, and there's these little 12-year-old, 11-year-old kids wearing bicycle helmets and everything, and they're on their bikes outside the shop, and I was like, look at these kids, man. They're wearing helmets and everything. And as soon as I started saying something, the kid just sitting on his bike just fell over and hit his head against the glass, and I'm like, but he had the helmet on. I'm like, okay, now I know why they were. Can't even stand up on his bike.
They may be a little bit more fragile these days. I know when I was a kid, the game we would play, we had this, there was this concrete wall right in this church parking lot. Me and my friends the idea would be to pedal as hard as you could and try and veer away at the last moment. Somehow that seemed like a good competition.
Yeah.
Kids were crazy.
Hardcore.
All right. Let me stop sharing. All right.
We're sharing because this is supposed to be a think and draw.
Sharing.
Somebody's
is
got to
sharing.
do some drawing.
Oh, is mine not sharing anymore? Okay, I'll fix that. All right. Well, no, I'm just drawing white pork ash can thing.
Yeah.
You doing an ash can thing? Is it all right to share your screen, Nerd Wonder?
Sure.
Yeah, there we go.
Are you doing a convention?
No, I'm just adding it for, I finished the drawing for my main comic, and I wanted to add it in an ash can as another part to it. Just a really quick making of it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll probably be doing an Indiegogo.
What is this? Bandit and pumpkin spice? What are the?
It's my editor. I
Jeff
don't
said he would have been the age of the pizza guy. Yeah, that would have been like Mike Prosenko and Joe Conti. My friends, like, you know, we hung out with all. See, we were skaters, so we had a wide age range of friends. So, oh my goodness, he made it!
All right.
Made it, everybody!
He made it.
I made it.
Elliot,
He made it.
Jerk man.
Elliot.
guess who's here?
Elliot? You gonna name the kid Elliot?
Look at you with the fancy microphone, Medudo. I need one. As bad as I beat up my microphone pretty much every show.
My son's microphone borrowing. I wanted to see how it worked.
Apparently, it doesn't work at all because we can't hear you.
Hold on.
You might have it backwards.
Oh, that's true. Is it a Blue Yeti or?
It's yeah.
It's
it's a
directional. Turn it around.
Yeah, if it's a condenser microphone, it is directional.
Can you hear me now?
Oh
Yeah.
wow, yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
very, very much.
I just
Yeah.
didn't have it selected because my snowball says snowball, but this one doesn't say Yeti. So I'm like, all right, I got to figure it out what it is.
All right, I adjusted your
Nice.
volume. You're good now. It's like
Yeah,
the same
I mean-
shape as your head.
No, it is.
Really, Michael? Really? You come here for the abuse?
Yeah, I just got.
Do you have like a beanie you could put on? That'd be perfect.
No. I got hats on the
Sorry,
wall, but I don't want
Jason
to. I don't want to.
You're going
I
for
don't want
the
to break
Jason-
out.
You're going for the Jason Statham look.
Trimmed, slip down to the goatee and
I
got the
tried.
stubble all the way around the head.
I tried to because after I got COVID, I was like, oh man, maybe I should just get rid of all the. I was like, I got so much hair. I was so full. I was like, this is gross with all this. And then I shaved it off, and I was like, oh my gosh, I look terrible. And so now I'm just trying to grow it all back.
How'd the COVID diet do for you?
I think I lost another 5 or 7 pounds.
Woo!
Nice.
So you could tell I'm a little gaunt. This is my my COVID diet plan. You know,
Yeah.
once twice
Follow
a
me
year,
for
get
more-
COVID,
More
lose some weight.
tips.
Huh.
Yeah.
Mike, are you transitioning from Japanese to Chinese?
What?
No, I just noticed. I just noticed you were
You
talking about.
don't eat. I'm gonna
You were talking about.
kick that. So. Fat jokes are unidirectional in this house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Man,
happens.
no, when I had COVID, man, I slammed down. I was like, people at church are like, "Wow, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm dying."
Turns out.
Turns out it's really good for me.
Oh,
It's not what I hoped it would be.
Mike, we got pulled back into politics.
What?
We got
Oh,
pulled
no.
back into politics.
Not again.
The Republican candidate for Congress, U.S. House, asked us to run his communications for him.
Oh my. Oh, dude, then you should get this guy's book that I was talking about earlier. Did you see the video I made?
I did not.
Okay, hold on. Let me add a video. All right, I'm gonna play it again, everybody, just in case you missed it. Stop losing money on NFTs. Hundreds of people have become millionaires buying and selling NFTs. Millions of people, however, have become hundredaires doing the same thing.
First time?
First time.
The lucky few buying and selling and getting rich, making the headlines and going viral. The rest of you poor schlubs are providing the liquidity so they can get their Lambos. No more. NFTs are here for the long haul, but if you don't wise up and learn the difference between a hyped up pump and dump and an NFT with real value and utility, just going to lose money in this game. Stop trying to
very
catch the
boring.
next big thing. You might as well be buying lottery tickets. Do your research. Don't know what to look for?
Sound like you're
Trust,
overweight.
purpose, utility. An NFT is a token with a contract that can have innumerable possible use cases. Buy the ones with utilities that you think are worth investing in. If you need help, join our Discord at Funky Monkey Frat House. Link is in the bio. There are lots of well-informed NFT investors there who can help guide newbies in this space so that they don't make the same bad decisions over and over again. The link is in my bio. I hope to see you there. So, I made this
Was that-
because... What'd you say, Nerd?
Was that the ape that got stolen?
I have no idea.
Seth Green's ape?
I don't keep track of Seth Green's ape. So yeah, there's this guy with a book. You'd probably read it in about 20 minutes. 0 to 1 million followers in a month. And this guy, it's a great pitch. It's a great headline, whatever. But this guy's background is that he's been working in social media, being a social media marketer for like Hollywood and for stars and all this stuff for like 15 years, which is like, how old is Facebook, right? It's like 18 years, something like that. And so he's been in it and he's figured it all out. And I actually got, I bought the book and then I went ahead and bought the whole program so that I can watch, because I'd rather listen than read. And man, it's so many great ideas, and it's like he's figured it all out. And if your job is to be the social media guy, you should get this guy's book, or I could send you some of the videos. It's going to be a lot of work, but if it's actually your job, then you probably glean a lot of good info on how to actually get the people to pay attention to your messaging.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to start doing, and sooner or later, I gotta do this for my YouTube channel too, since I've got Elrodimus Flash, who comes on and draws all the time. I mean, for me, it's fun, but he is a professional artist, and so yeah, I'm gonna promo that too. But what I did in the last election cycle, I kind of used some brute force methods, and it worked really well. Hawaii had the largest increase of Republican voters of any state last cycle. So
nice.
Yeah, I always get weird with self-promotion. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just the Sunday background.
It doesn't even have to be about self-promotion. It's about getting people to stop scrolling. Right?
Yeah.
Getting people
Catching their attention.
Yeah, it's called a hook line, and you just want to get them to stop and pay attention. That's why it's like, for mine, it's like I said, it's subverting their expectations, right? So for mine, it's stop losing money with NFTs, because every other NFT ad out there, if you click on NFT on any search, it's all hype, get rich, don't miss this floor, FOMO, and I'm like taking the opposite, and so it's like it'll stop certain people in their tracks, and hopefully interest them in to hearing the story part of the pitch.
Yeah.
Right. So. Yeah.
The little kid was great though. Reminded me of your son.
Which one?
Is JoJo.
Oh, you mean the little?
Yeah.
That's the hype. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was maximizing my memes.
Oh yeah, you working on some graphic novel here, Elliot?
Yeah, man, I'm still doing it. 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my Instagram live, and I'm moving along, man. I'm just COVID put me down for a few weeks, but I'm moving along. This one's nice.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
I backed that.
Yeah, I'm glad you decided to leave it black and white with some red highlights.
Yeah.
I think some red accents. I think that does the book justice.
Yeah.
And I think too.
Ooh, yeah, look at that.
if you just move it and groove, and you'll get that life, right, rather than
God, it's
over rendering stuff.
beautiful.
I think so. But you know, in the end, it was really the best thing for this project. So I'm happy about that. It's some good stuff.
Does it look
It's
like
it's more than good stuff actually. It's some of my favorite stuff I've ever drawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm actually starting to enjoy stuff, and I realized it, with the 2.5, 3 years of drawn and quartered, but like looking at like the stuff that Elrodimus Flash does, and Mike, like when you did the Trump book, um, drawing under time pressure,
you know what?
every line may not be perfect, but you tend to get some life that you don't otherwise get when you overthink it and just sit in it too long.
Yep.
You won't call me. You won't call me.
It's true. It's a tricky balance
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why
to try to maintain that organic fluidity and still tighten up the art enough to reach my noodling standards.
Well, I think Elliot's got that artistic maturity. He just
easy.
needs to give himself permission to just move on to the next panel and the next.
Well, at
page.
least he has some level of maturity.
Barely. What are you talking about?
But you just have to let it go and then move on to the next panel. Be happy with it.
I'm actually doing pretty good. Like with that, to your point, I've been, there's some things I got to spend a little time to draw. And it's like this, right? This was difficult for me because I don't do backgrounds much.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. I mean, the more I did, the more I got into it. For me, it's the fun part was trying to tell a story with everything I was drawing.
Mm.
So there's a story happening. It may be a little more subtle in some ways, but everything has like a purpose. Like this is the Bible study at this lady's house. And there's even a copy of the Valley of Vision in there, Puritan prayers and stuff.
Well, I saw some sort of medal for valor on the.
Yeah, that's clearly was for her husband who's not there anymore. So, it's just stuff like that, and what does that represent in the story? This right here came out real nice. So she's like, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna check on the cat. Oh, good Lord.
Oh, my stars and garters.
The expressions are great. Yeah, good job, man. Good job.
And you get this cool shot.
Then he is good framing. That's a little Hitchcockian.
Yeah. I was having a good time. Then she comes in. They're here. It's time to pray. That kind of thing. What? I'm having a blast.
Fly Fox Pro says, "I am excited."
Gorgeous.
By the way, I don't know if you have any video game fans in your audience, Mike, but I think Fly Fox Pro has been streaming World of Warcraft. So he's obviously a little bit masochistic. So if you're a friend of the audience, stop by every now and then and check on Fly Fox Pro. If he's grinding out World of Warcraft, that has to be.
Do you ever hear about that kid in China who starved himself to death playing World of Warcraft?
What? But there's better games.
Yeah, but he just never left the desk. Just kept playing and playing and playing.
What the fuck? But there's
Played
way
himself
better
to death.
games.
They don't have any save options in that game.
That game
That's right,
sucks
Amy.
now. The game
Well,
is
you heard it here first, Fly Flocks, bro. Fly Flocks. Fly.
Say that
Fly
3 times real
Fox,
fast.
why are you on there? Everybody moved to Final Fantasy.
Oh, that's right. Asmongold went over to Final Fantasy.
Yeah, everybody was moving there. I was a Final Fantasy player, and then we suddenly started noticing a giant influx of WoW players, and it's been very interesting. It's like, oh wow, all these people. I don't get to play very often nowadays because I'm busy, but I like to pop in once in a while, and I have a lot of list of video games on my plate, like Elden Ring. I'm tired. I should go to bed.
Mike, how long do you think it'll be before one of these AAA games spins off an NFT shard? So where like the characters and the equipment and stuff are actually
That's
A
already
individually.
lot of
happening.
a lot of the industry is still scared of it.
Yeah, they are.
Square
Yeah.
Enix wants to do it.
There is actually a AAA. Actually, I have one of the NFTs that's actually sold its game through NFTs. Now I got to look it up.
I don't know.
Take
I'm
me off,
uneasy
Mike.
Listen,
Please.
Edwin has controls too.
I'm uneasy about that stuff because they already have that pay to win stuff, and I
Let
don't know.
me see if I can find it.
You gotta implement this stuff.
The Comics Bear says, "Holy moly, it's Nerd Wonder."
Hello.
Yeah. Nerd Wonder.
It is a little bit late. It is. I know.
I tell you what about that pay to play though. I was checking out Diablo Immortal.
Damn it.
Oh, I am not. I'm this. It's a cool looking game. It plays really similar to the original, but I heard that once you get to some, they've been posting videos
Level
that
60.
it's something like $110,000 to level up all the way.
Yeah,
That's what people have paid. That's insanity.
that's what they do.
What?
That is insanity.
And it
How?
just was released, so they're gonna be making expansions and new levels and stuff and trades and
Mhm.
stuff. My
I think
Do you think there'll be kitty cats? There'll be kitty cats? I don't know if I can do a cutesy voice. I probably
There it
can,
is.
but I'd have to make a crazy facial expression. that I won't do.
All right, so this is a oops, share screen. Boop, doo, 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 doo.
I should
Phantom
learn a cutesy voice.
Phantom Galaxy's origin. 517,000 owners of this game. So this is a actually this game Ben Herrera did some work on this game.
You
Oh,
buy
yeah?
the game.
And it was hella cheap. It was like roughly $20, right? For the NFTs are just they're fractionalized, and so it's as many as they can sell. They have, but yeah, let me look up the game itself. It looks pretty cool.
Is it like an EVE Online kind of game?
A what?
Maybe it's like
EVE Online, is it?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it looks like space
Or
RPG.
Star
kinda.
Citizen without it taking over your whole entire PC.
Yeah, I've never. I don't know. I didn't play it. I didn't download it. I didn't. I haven't played it. I just got it.
I bet Star Citizen.
Oh, it looks
have
like a
NFTs.
Gundam thing.
Yeah, it does. It looks pretty darn cool.
No,
But the point
it
is,
is a Gundam thing.
they were actually it's a AAA company, and they were building the game, and then like they decided to switch it over to an NFT thing. So it was already AAA. So it's happening. It's just not happening with like Final Fantasy or whatever. But give it 5 years, they'll all be on board.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, hey, you have got an Amy and a Honey Lester, and I need to get some stuff done. So that is a perfect. So you can tag out with me. Tag.
Seen you for a little bit though, Edwin.
So now you're going to have cutesy overload. Awesome.
I actually have
Hello, everyone.
Aloha.
Mike. I actually have to boogie too, man. My computer's about to restart.
All right, buddy.
My update. If it comes on quick, which I don't think it will, if it does, because it took like 4 hours to prepare my update.
Oh gosh, Windows updates are the worst.
I don't like them either.
I think he just cut out before he could even say goodbye.
Yeah. Wow. No kidding.
Oh, here's that. I didn't realize the game went straight into a playing video.
Oh wow.
Now,
This
who's
is like Star Citizen.
That's Phantom Galaxies.
EVE Online is too slow. This is more like Star Citizen, except, it doesn't eat all your RAM. And everything else.
Oh no, looks pretty cool.
Yeah. It does.
So, do you play any space games, Nerd Wonder?
Oh,
What's this?
a little bit. I play. I want to get into Ember when it comes on out. Specifically because it has a Common America skin.
Cool.
That's made by the people that did some of the original crew that made World of Warcraft before it turned to trash. I know they're doing it. For space games, I like Outer Worlds, which is just pretty much Fallout in space. Though it's a small game, it's relatively... Oh yeah, and I like RimWorld, which is where you play Space Australia. Okay, so RimWorld, people tell me, is like Dwarf Fortress, which is like a very popular game, which is mostly just really, really simplistic sprites. But but here's the thing. So RimWorld is Space Australia. You're a bunch of people from space, right? And you get crash landed on the planet that they call the Rim, but it's pretty much Australia because everything will fucking kill you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I'm sorry. Forgive me for that. So, they're like all the animals will try and kill you when they get hungry. The weather will try and kill you. There'll be random situations that'll occur, and the locals will most likely try and murder you. So your objective is to get off the planet. And there's multiple ways to do that, depending on what DLCs you get. Like, you can make a whole entire creed and religion and royal factions, and it's great. And then you can eat people if you really want to. You can have a whole entire legion of people that enslave others. Or you can have a bunch of hippies. Or you can have a bunch of people that train a buttload of panthers to go and eat other people. It's great. I love this game. And then I just try my best. And I'm like trying to make a bunch of cowboys. And I'm like, y'all are cowboys now. And but it got to winter and they all were getting hungry. And so I got enough points to change their creed into being cannibals. And I'm like, well, there's a lot of dead bodies. We might as well not waste it.
Cannibals.
Yeehaw. And then
Cannibal
one
cowboys.
time I made commies because I thought that was funny. But they weren't very good communists. They became slowly capitalists, so I had to stop my capitalist ways. Well, they were really good at making hats, so they would sell the hats to other factions. And I was like, wait a minute, this is just capitalism. And I was like, they're going to survive being capitalist. And I realized I ruined the whole entire game. Like, it's a good game. They're like, RimWorld's a great game. It's all, you just run around. You like things, oh yeah, and the giant robots will come and kill you, and so will the giant spider bug aliens.
Oh no.
It's great. It's like, and then you can get cool cybernetics and psychic powers if you want. And these get, it's like the most simplistic little drawings for characters, but it's great. If this is what Dwarf Fortress is, I'd probably really like Dwarf Fortress.
Cool.
I'm ranting. I'm sorry. I'm really
That's
tired.
fine. I like hearing about
Fine.
games.
You rant away.
Okay, just for a little bit longer, because I should go to bed. I play for space games. I like Metroid. Metroid's another.
Oh yeah,
I play
I like
Metroid
Metroid.
Dread. That's a good
Which one?
that's a
Met-
new one.
Metroid
Oh.
Dread. Yeah,
Ah,
you
I
get
thought that was kind of hard. Have you found it's pretty well balanced, or?
Yeah, it's very well balanced, I think. I'm just not very good at certain controls, so I just have to get used to it, like the dash. I'm not good at dashing, but I'm good at other stuff. Sometimes I can counter things, which is good. Some people think a lot of stuff is hard, but in reality, it just takes a little bit more effort. It's not too difficult. You just need to notice things.
Learning is hard.
Yeah, like people with Elden Ring. People say Elden Ring is hard. Elden Ring is not as hard as Dark Souls.
What happened to Elden Ring? I used to just not hear anything but like it was just nonstop people talking about Elden Ring, and now it's like nobody does.
Everybody's playing it, and they're on their 5th playthrough, and they're waiting for the DLC, so they're all really quiet.
Yeah.
there will be DLC, and then everybody's gonna go psycho. My whole entire Twitter is mostly Shin Megami Tensei and Elden Ring. That's another game I really like, but it has nothing to do with space, so I'm not going to talk about it. But I will say, if you ever want to play a game where apparently Rasputin is a robot made in the future by the devil, this is the game for you.
Just what I've always wanted.
Dude, in Persona 2, which is a spin-off of the Shin Megami Tensei series, you get to kill Hitler, who comes back and he has a robot Nazi army.
You mean comes back from Argentina?
No, in this one it was
Yeah.
I think so, because what was it? In that game, conspiracies would come to life, and then Alex Jones equivalent made a book, and it was released, and everybody's like, no, what have we done? Because everybody forgot the book was getting released until it was too late, so everybody believed the conspiracy theory that Hitler escaped, and he had a second bunker and stuff, so Hitler came back.
That's totally true. Hitler
And then
totally
it's like, dang it, now we have to kill Hitler. And I was like, this is a very good game. Too bad it didn't come out into America until now, because this is perfect. Americans love killing Hitler. It's like
national pastime.
it is the greatest pastime and the greatest ultimate party. That's Persona 2.
Like the Captain America movie. I've punched Hitler like 50 times or something like that. 100 times or however many.
Everybody loves punching Hitler. But then it gets kind of old when everybody's like, we must punch this person because they're like Hitler. And it's like, that's Charlie Chaplin. Please stop. He's a nice man.
Charlie Chaplin. Those are some great movies.
Yeah.
Great if you like animation. Like, oh my gosh.
He's a good boy.
The poses. Yeah, the poses.
Alright. I must now go to bed because I'm clocking out. I'm so sorry, but I'm really tired. And I think I'm saying stupid things, and I'm sorry.
Fine. I always love hearing about new games, and I don't get to play nearly enough of them.
No, that's terrible.
And hey, if we catch up again sometime, you'll have to tell me about some of your non-space games. That you got.
Yeah. Also, I'm looking forward to this one game that's... What is it? It sounds like a bird name. I forget. I'll tell you one day. A mockingbird? No, I forget, but it's really... It looks pretty cool. You get stuck in the Fae, and they're like, haha, you're trapped here. And then you're like, F this, I'm gonna make a town now. And they're like, hey, humans aren't allowed to make towns. Like, you chucked me in here. I get to make whatever I want. And then you can go kill giants and stuff, because...
Oh, cool.
Because they stuck you in there, they might as well be... Listen, if they're not gonna... If you chucked me in there, I'm gonna go and adapt. So, yeah.
Absolutely. You forget humans colonize things and build stuff and make things. You can't keep them from doing that.
Yeah. Well, good night, everybody. I'm way too tired, but yeah, I'd love to
Good
talk
night,
to you
Tara.
more.
All right. Later. It's so nice getting to meet you, Nerdwender.
Nice to meet you, Amy. You're really nice. I'm sorry I have to leave.
Oh, it's all right.
Really
Have a good
tired.
night.
Good night.
Aw, she's sweet.
Good night.
Night.
Don't let the bad bugs bite.
Nope.
All right. Let's see what Amy's up to.
Hey.
What's that for?
Oh, I'm doing an RPG character for Lady Celtic Moon.
Interesting.
My sketches are really rough, so I've been trying to at least clean up her face. But I think she looks pretty.
Yeah.
So I just, she's kind of like, hey, you got some time? I'm like, sure. So she's like, this is her character.
Very nice. Very nice.
I think she's gonna be fun. I think she's gonna be fun.
For what? RPG for what?
I don't know. I don't know all of the different like RPG games and stuff, so I know it's her character for a game that she's playing, but I don't really know the name of the game or which one it is. She might be in chat. She might be able to say.
I'll toss.
Or she might be able to send me a DM because I think I can get to my Discord from here. But yeah, it's interesting. She's like a little Kitsune character, but she has 3 tails because they don't always have just. I don't think they can have a variety of number of tails, not just one or all 12. So I have to leave some room in there for all that. But it's been a really cool design, and it's neat drawing the characters that have the little like, what would you call that? The feet that are kind of like animal feet. They've got the no, and they walk on their toes. Is this
Furry feet.
Furry feet? Well, I guess they are. So she's got little paws on the bottom. I don't think I have to draw shoes with that, which is good because it would kind of defeat the purpose of. You would have to have some really crazy looking high heels. You'd actually have like a 17-inch heel, wouldn't you? If you tried to put a pump on that, like a slingback.
Wait, how tall is she?
I don't know. But I feel like if a 3-inch would be about here, probably about twice. I guess it does depend on how tall she is. So just kind of guessing, assuming she's, I don't know, maybe around 5'6", 5'7". 3-inch heels are crazy. I don't really recommend them, but there are people who can walk in a lot higher heels than that. Okay.
Did you say 17-inch heels though?
Well, I don't know. If you have see where your feet are, her heel would be right about here. So if that were a high heel, it'd be a sling back. That's like
no, because animals don't walk on their heels.
No, they walk on their toes, right? Yeah. So she'd be way up on her toes. So a normal lady's shoe would be like, whoop.
Who's that?
The heel would be about there.
Yeah, but she wouldn't wear heels.
No, I don't think she would either. And it wouldn't be tricky for her since she's walking on her toes anyway. But just the thought of like, what kind of shoes would you design for a person who has like that kind of a foot? And I just kind of laughed at the idea of wearing a slingback sandal. I'm like, the heel on that would have to be crazy. But she wouldn't actually have to wear it. She could just have something around her ankle. And I don't know why you would cover the toes because they're adorable.
Yeah.
Something like
They're
that.
kind of the point.
Yeah, they're kind of the point. She wouldn't really need anything to put her weight on because that's how they walk. So, but I don't know. Just the thought of that long of a heel on a shoe it made me laugh. Like, oh my gosh. If you imagine trying to put those in your closet, they'd be like, oh, good Lord.
Thanks, man. I know you want to think about it.
Pretty well, though.
There's this
But I haven't had
Comics Bear says paws don't fit in shoes. Take it from a bear.
I guess not. No.
Yeah, me too.
It's true. Although, you can see like dogs and stuff where their owners put them in freaking shoes.
Yeah, I've seen like pigs in little rain boots. I mean, it's not like it isn't the cutest thing ever. It's like, oh no, they're wearing little shoes.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's so cute. But
it's adorable.
yeah, I know. Right? Oh, it's adorable. Help. But yeah, that would be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. But then again, if you put that kind of a foot in particular, like trying to draw a rabbit, like if you had a rabbit type character with a shoe, you normally see dog shoes are basically socks. Yeah, that's probably true. They're like little boots, and they just kind of tie them around their foot. Usually, I think it's because their little toenails scratch the floor, and people are like, "Oh no, not our beautiful wood floors." Like, oh,
Yes.
okay. So they, or have you ever seen a cat wearing shoes? Oh my gosh, they're like always walking along, so funny, and trying to shake the things
Oh
off.
yeah.
Like, oh no.
Yes, cats do not like shoes.
Cats do not like shoes. I think I saw a video one where once was going down the stairs on its front paws to avoid having to walk on its back feet. I'm like, oh dear, poor little cat.
The scientific word for those the legs and feet of animals that walk around their toes is digitigrade.
Oh my-
Digitigrade.
Oh my gosh. That's, of course they have a word for it. There's a word for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool, right?
Yeah. Oh, I hope they get this on this.
What's this book series called?
Oh, the Etherington Brothers How to Think When You Draw series.
Huh. Have you ever heard of that one, Mike?
Wait, what?
It's a series of books by an animator. It's called How to Think When You Draw. And it's just like a whole bunch of cheat sheets of tons and tons of different stuff.
It's like an encyclopedia
It's
of
like
all kinds of things to draw.
Yeah, an encyclopedia of all different kinds of things.
No.
It looks, I think it's on Kickstarter now, and they release a new volume every like 4 or 5 years. And
Did some killing.
It sounds like that thing that Jason Brubaker does.
oh, really?
What is
Oh, I
the
don't
name
know.
of that? Yeah, he does a series where it's like, oh gosh darn it, I can't remember what it's called right now. And I'm drawing, so I don't want to look it up. But I will. Just for you.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I think he did it on Kickstarter. Let me see. Cognitive drawing.
Oh, Melissa won. Is that
Go ahead,
is
go
that-
ahead.
Melissa won the D&Q fan edition last week.
Aw, nice.
So we're all really happy for her. So she's like, I want to study and learn how to draw better. So she's trying to find books that can help her with more specific things. So yeah, if you've got some good recommendations, I'm sure we all want to know them.
There you go. Cognitive drawing by Jason Brubaker. You can still buy it.
Cognitive drawing.
I'm going to grab that.
Wow.
I
Thank
think you
you.
can still buy it. Let's see. Let's click on this. Probably takes him to his
I can't.
store. Oh no, site can't be reached.
Oh, that's too
Womp
bad.
womp.
Wah-wah.
Oh well.
Jason Brubaker?
Sometimes you can look up and find, like, maybe find a used copy, or maybe he'll do a reprint sometime.
Yeah.
Or even if
maybe
it's a digital version, that would be fine.
he's kind of on a sort of a hiatus right now. So
Is he? Oh,
yeah.
I hope he's all right.
Yeah, he got divorced.
Oh.
No fault of his own.
Yeah.
And, so he's just been kind of like
Need some time.
yeah,
Yeah.
resetting.
Oh, that's okay. Well, we sure to pray for him.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Jason Brubaker.
Oh no, I didn't. I knew something was going on, but I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Here.
Yeah, he's been pretty open about it on his channel. The few little streams that he's or videos that he's done, but so I'm not talking out of school or anything.
Yeah, I like Jason.
Yeah, he's great.
He's cool. I talked to him at one of our drawing quarters, like for an hour after we were over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're just talking and talking. Yeah, he's easy to talk to.
Yeah, he is. He's a good guy. He's a good fella.
He's got some good design sense. I like the drawings. They, like, for a little bit I can see of the character's body, the way the hands rendered, and just kind of the simplicity and cleanness of the way the muscles are done. That's really cool. You guys found it. Oh, Melissa found one. You'll have to get it then.
Oh, yeah.
Is it like one book per topic, or is it like a collection of topics, or is
I
it one?
don't know. I didn't back it because I don't.
Oh, you don't need to learn how to draw.
I pretty much got it covered. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean that makes a lot of sense. But still, I love art books and like how to draw and things like that. And I always feel like sometimes you can find something and that book will teach like one thing a slightly different way, and you're like, oh, that's kind of interesting, and it can kind of open up the way you think about certain things.
Yeah, I got Loomis's creative illustration because it was like back in print after forever not being available, and then I never read it.
I get it. I get it.
So it is what it is.
Now, Luminous is is that a another comic book artist that you know, or is that a different drawing book or class?
Who? Jason Brubaker?
Yeah, the one you mentioned. It was out of print and then it came back in, so you got it.
Oh no, that's Andrew Loomis. He's one of the famous artist instructor.
Ah,
Great
one of the
fan,
people. I
Loomis.
guess, okay,
Yeah.
one of those people I should definitely be looking up. I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Definitely.
And is what's the last name?
Loomis?
Loomis?
Wait, which one are you talking about?
The one I probably should know.
Yeah, Andrew Loomis.
Andrew Loomis. Okay.
You writing this down, Matt?
I think Matt might be off making a taco.
What was that?
I said you're writing this down.
Oh, write
Andrew
what down?
Loomis.
Oh yeah, I've studied him for years.
Yeah.
Well,
I
there he
bought,
is.
a lot of his books.
Yeah, I was saying I bought Creative Illustration after it was back in print, after being out of print for like ever, and
I bought-
I still haven't read it.
You know those books that he did that were like the one they're like paperback, really big, oversized, thin.
Oh yeah, the Walter Lang?
Yeah,
series?
yeah.
Yeah,
I bought
yeah,
a
yeah.
bunch of those. I still have them too.
Yeah,
I
Andrew
would have
Loomis
scratch
faces,
paper.
Andrew Loomis hands. Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
Those are fantastic.
It's probably kind of handy to have for reference, though. It's almost always like one thing that throws you, or a few things, honestly. But to be able to get specific help on a topic.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, to be able to get books on like specific topics, like
Oh,
drawing
yeah, yeah.
hand.
Well,
issues.
they were like, you know, those books when you go to like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and it's like just these big 12 by 18 books on, horses or flowers or those books. Those Andrew Loomis did a couple of those, or a series of those.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if those would be at Hobby Lobby.
Well, I don't know if he did them, but whoever, the estate,
Sure. Oh, yeah. Then you could break them down into smaller volumes. That actually makes a
Who's
good
that?
sense.
Yeah.
Whoever they are.
Oh, someone turn on the outside.
Oh no, that's the royal we, not the royal they.
Sorry.
Jason Bernard says Loomis did one on hands and the face. Pablo says I learned a lot from Loomis books. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I take my basic structure, the way I draw heads from Loomis. I'm usually a Bridgman guy, but Loomis is how he breaks down heads. I prefer to how Bridgman does. So.
Yeah. Loomis, I studied his face and heads too. He's awesome, man. He's classic. I like the classic artists like that.
Oh, I lost the picture. Why does that keep happening? I've got a good idea of what I'm doing, and then I start kind of focusing in on the details and then lose the overall shape of the hand. Oh no. I'm gonna go back and redraw it.
Anybody watching the new Obi-Wan?
I haven't seen it. Is it good?
It doesn't have as many problems as the last episode as far as the storytelling and whatnot.
It's getting better.
I don't know. I'm still so bitter.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
I have.
It's hard to be
Disney Plus.
objective.
I have Disney Plus for free, but I won't watch it still.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm done. I'm kind of like burnt out on Star Wars.
Yeah.
Even to
that's
the point where I
hard.
don't like the original one either.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, I never thought I'd say that, but I'm like, I just I couldn't care less. I'm like, it's like eating the same thing every day for like years, and you're like, I'm tired of this. I don't know. I think it's because they just, to me, it's almost impossible to ruin Star Wars, but they just take all these missed opportunities,
Oh gosh, yeah. Like
I don't
not
know how it's like they
having
purposely do it.
Yeah. How can you keep looking over that and going, well, maybe the next one? Like, oh, I don't know.
You're hoping maybe the next time. You're like, no, who am I fooling?
After a while, you're like, you know what? This is fine. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm going to go read a new book or write something or read a really old book.
I got burned out on everything. And then finally, I actually went and started watching old TV shows. Like I said, T.J. Hooker. I was watching that. There's like a app on, it's called Tubi or a website.
Yeah.
I've been watching that, and we've been watching like different strokes, or not different strokes, different strokes, but mostly we've been watching Silver Spoons.
Oh yeah,
with
Jason
Ricky
Bateman,
Schroeder.
man. Jason Bateman's so good in Silver Spoons.
Yeah, he was in the episode 1 even. Jason Bateman.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But yeah, even when he was a kid, he was like a smooth talking, little sarcastic guy.
yeah, he was the Eddie Haskell of that show.
Yeah, he was totally. Yeah, it's funny, man. That one episode, he was like, he got Ricky Schroeder to believe that Aaron Gray, his dad's secretary, liked him, was romantically, It was so funny.
Which she did.
Yeah, she's like, he's like, she started laughing, and then he gave her Kleenex. He's here, let it all out. And she's like laughing, and then he's just like, it's just funny because she likes, obviously in the show she likes his dad,
Yeah.
But then it works out because then he's like, I'm gonna try to set her up with my dad. That way she'll stop thinking about me. But it worked out.
Aww.
It is funny though, man. But yeah, I got my wife into that. She loves that show now. She's never seen it.
It's funny, but if a story ever did work, it kind of still does. So why not go watch the old shows if there's nothing on worthwhile, and they're all new to somebody. So
they're all hilarious, and it's funny because it's like they sometimes will tackle, like these old shows will tackle really heavy subject matter, but they do it in a way where it's like you can watch it and not feel like grossed out after. You're like, wow, that was. I was surprised. Even was it Different Strokes with Gary Coleman? They even covered about a show with like pedophiles on there, but no.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh.
In a very special episode.
Yeah. A special episode of Different Strokes. But what's funny is they had Gary Coleman, his character Arnold, come on the Silver Spoon show.
Oh, about that. I haven't watched it since I actually watched it as a kid. So
yeah, it's crossovers, man. The old shows they did crossovers.
Yeah.
A lot of them were probably filmed even at the same studios, so maybe it wouldn't have been that hard.
Yeah, it was probably easy because they just walk over to the next studio lot.
Yeah, like the Jeffersons was George from what's that show with Archie Bunker?
Oh, All in the Family.
All in the Family.
Right.
Yeah,
he was like a spinoff.
Yeah, he was their neighbor, and then the Jeffersons was just such a good show by itself.
Yeah, Jeffersons. Actually, it's funny. I watched all these old shows like Jeffersons. On that Tubi, they also have 227. Remember that show?
No.
It's 227. It's it's all black cast, but it had the lady who played the maid from the Jeffersons was the main character. She was the mom, and so I don't know if that was a spinoff of the Jeffersons. I don't know.
What was her name?
I can't remember. You remember the maid from the Jeffersons though?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking what the name of her name.
Yeah, I don't know if they kept the same name. I thought it was from my memory, but I don't know. I just it would have been perfect if it was.
Yeah, it probably was then.
Because they did that with Perfect Strangers. Remember, Perfect Strangers? They took the lady Harriet who was in their show. She operated the elevator and worked in their office, and she actually got her own show, Family Matters, with her own family with Urkel. So it was that was a spinoff of Perfect Strangers, Family Matters.
Perfect Strangers is the one with Balky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, because Harriet, the same character, she was their friend, and then they ended up following her family, and then her husband was the guy from Die Hard, the cop from Die Hard, who saved.
Not Die Hard.
Die Hard the movie.
Yeah, not the same actor. I mean, same actor but different character.
Yeah, I always say it's the same character though. Just the wrong music. Like he blew a guy away, a terrorist at the end. Man, his family doesn't know how hardcore he is. Save Bruce Willis, man.
There you go. My
Dennis
goodness.
says 227 was not a spin-off of Jeffersons.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay.
So it's like the sitcom MCU.
Night one.
Yeah. Missed opportunities, man. But and then Step by Step was a show that was kind of, in a way, almost a spin-off.
Hey, look who's in the chat.
No way.
Kevin.
Kevin.
No. Hey, Kevin.
Cool.
How's potato?
Hope Kevin is doing great. Let's see.
Where are you, Kevin? Where are you? You're not here.
Okay, now let's see. I got to draw some more armor. But I want to kind of draw like scales in this. But, oh, man.
You want to draw what?
I gotta draw scales, like, because this is supposed to be kind of like my dragon armor.
Yeah.
But, I want to draw some scales and at least some claws.
Do you think like as like an underlay or something, like a
Like on
plating?
some, yeah, like on some parts, like let me see, like the pauldron, her shoulders here.
Maybe
like
you do like an inlay of like a scale pattern, if not like. Why am I telling you how to design your characters? I'm so sorry.
No, that's cool. Because it's like that's how I am. Like my brother and my friends be like, "How about you do this?" I'm like, "That sounds cool." And then see, kind of like this type of thing, you know, where you get the
Yeah. You could even just like inlay that in some sections that maybe look a little. Oh, I don't know. Like if you feel like they look a little empty and could use some detail, and then can kind of divide up some of your lines.
Oh, Kevin's daughter is sick. Gotta take her to the doctor. Hope she feels better.
I'll be praying for her too. My goodness, so much to pray
what's going
for.
on, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of crap just going on right now. I mean, I've got friends. I've got a couple friends. Their wives have cancer. Just,
Oh no.
just I don't. I mean, I don't want to talk about it in
No.
public, but yeah, crazy. Like stage 4 crap. Just
Oh.
all kinds of stuff going on.
What in the world?
Yep. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like freaking Elliot, man, he just got over COVID and
I don't know what happened.
stuff.
I got water pipe in the back of the head.
Yeah, I got something was trying to attack me, and it was because I think it's because we were like, I was staying up late at night, and then it went from being like really hot to really cold, and then I had to travel late on the airplane, and I was just like,
I mean, wait, I got an idea.
but I'm doing good. I just rested up a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to get some more sleep, and that can help out with a lot.
Yeah, I take my vitamins and
Mhm.
make sure I exercise. I got back into my exercises because I missed I usually don't do it, but I missed like a couple of weeks. And I'm
Oh.
like, I don't like doing that
No,
because
the
it makes it
sleep's more
harder.
important. The last thing you want to do is be overtaxing yourself with exercise when you're already worn down.
Yeah, I usually try to get. I've been pretty good on my sleep schedule lately, but just we traveled and then I was trying to finish this stuff,
Let me go get it.
and then I've learned not to do that. I used to stay up. I would stay up all night, not go to sleep at all, and I
Ugh.
realized I can't do that anymore.
It's sensible to, if you can't
Hey, go
operate and function without sleep, then
Oof.
oh no.
Yeah, dude, I cannot function
Let's go.
with a headache.
Let's go into a.
Yeah.
I just shut down and put a pillow over my head and lay down.
Like,
There's-
nope.
Yeah.
Whatever it is can wait until this is gone, because nope.
Me no can do.
Yeah, I don't usually get anything, but
Have your wood helmet.
sometimes like I'll just if it gets something that starts attacking me, like I'll just get my Bible out and just take time to get
Yep.
into the Word and just soak that in, and then so I don't, sometimes you got to focus on,
Yeah.
instead of just ignoring things. So I just started doing that, relaxing, and I listen to different sermons,
Thank you,
different
man.
ministers. I like get my spirit man built up.
Absolutely.
Got a
That can-
question for you, Carson.
Hmm?
There's a question for you on the screen from Kevin.
Oh, let's see. What tool are you using to color the armor?
Going in.
Oh,
Is
that
that-
polished steel. It's funny. It's like I'm using the Clip Studio, but I think Kevin used it before too, or he has that. What I use is, it's funny as I said, okay, I have to do this where I can do it fast. So what I do is I only do one color for shadow and one color for highlight. So the highlight is just white. And what I do is I use an airbrush, and then I use on the highlight layer I use add glow. So the white, when it goes over a dark color, if you do it really softly, it'll look like yellow or orange, and then if you keep going over it, it'll turn into white. So it has this cool look to it, almost like a polished.
Very nice.
Yeah,
It's
so you
sort
can
of,
kind of see that.
yeah, it looks like an airbrush gradient, but it does have that little, like a halo to it. And that usually requires a lot of blending to try and work that in, but that's, cool.
Yeah, I just
I
use
like
one color.
Single highlight. Yep.
Yeah, just throw that in there and boom.
Yeah, that is the light pen. Actually, I'm using light pen right now. That's the light pen brush on Procreate.
Oh, really? That's what
Yeah.
it's called. So it's kind of like the same effect.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I actually want to get Procreate for Becky, because she's got the iPad, but she hasn't been using it.
She's got the iPad and doesn't have Procreate?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, she can't find her pen though. She bought an Apple Pen, and she can't find it now.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
That's more expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, I'm so sorry.
yeah, so she's got to look for it somewhere around here. It's got to be just packed.
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah. Usually she keeps everything in the desk, but yeah, we'll find it, because I'm like, yeah, she's got to get working on doing their stuff. I said, once you get working on that tool, man, I mean, everybody's using that now. Like, everyone I know is using the Apple Pen and iPad.
So
Apple
what's Becky up
Pen.
to art-wise?
Was that?
What's Becky up to art-wise? Does she have any projects she's working on, or is she just doing something for friends? Or
Yeah,
she's
she's
such
working.
a good artist. I'm not good to see her.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, she's been working on. Well, she's got to start getting back into the workflow, but she was working on some comic pages for a book that Mike and my brother and I were working on. We're kind of doing like a anthology, but then she's also working on a children's book that she wants to do with her brother.
That's great.
Yeah, so her brother's a youth pastor.
Oh,
So
she
they
should
wanna
get
work on
together with Rosa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she pastors a church, and her son works in youth ministry too. So it's kind of like, well, he works in a lot of different ministry. They're all really big in that. But
There's some awesome people
yeah,
around
we
this
know a
place.
lot of awesome people through you guys. We really do.
That's
But,
cool. Yeah, it's funny. Everybody like in this is like this group kind of setting.
Huh?
I've been slowly like learning and meeting people. You know,
It's called a community. We're not allergic to that word here.
community.
Community.
Yeah, she's got to finish commissions too, Becky. She's got to finish a bunch of commissions.
That's awesome. Well, that's so cool. I'm glad that she's getting to work together on a project with all you guys. Oh no. So how much does an Apple Pen set you back if you have to get a new one? Is
Like
it
$100.
terrible?
It's
Ah! Oh, that is bad. My little replacement S Pen just cost me about 20.
Yeah.
I was really happy with that, but at least it's got pressure sensitive. And the old one's around somewhere, but I can't find it. So, when you can't find doesn't really help. But yeah, I'd say you could glue it to your phone, that way you wouldn't lose it. But then you pick it up.
Well, they're magnetic. They're supposed to just stick to the side of your iPad. So
That's okay. I mean, don't magnets and computers not be friends?
No.
Question,
Right?
I don't know. That's crazy.
I don't think they are. Especially next to the screen, right?
Yeah, it's right next to the screen. I mean, I don't think the pen is magnetic. I think there's magnetics on the actual iPad.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe they put something on to screen it from anything dangerous. Beats me, man.
Where are you?
Oh, he loves the community. It's a good community.
Yeah.
On the good ship, lollipop.
This is horrible. I keep on ditching these guys.
What other
Him in the
It's
lobby.
funny. I've been watching mostly like older stuff.
They look at me like, wow.
That's what I usually do, especially when I see all this stuff. Like I try to stay away from Facebook because I see all this stuff of people.
No,
my
you
friends,
don't. You liar. You're
I
on
try
there
to.
all the freaking time.
I try
Well,
to
that's-
stay away from it.
Yeah,
But it's like,
how much he'd be on if he
I
wasn't trying.
try and fail daily.
yeah, I try to fail. And it's like to me, the Facebook is almost like my. It's almost like the news reel. It's like a news reel, like because everybody else kind of keeps up on what's going on in pop culture, and then they post all the garbage that I'm like, ugh, you know.
They get you the highlight reel.
Yeah, they give me the highlight reel of all the new complaints of what's going on, and I'm like, oh no, what are they doing? And then of course I find out which actors died this week or whatever. I'm like, oh no, not him. Why couldn't have been? Yeah, so it's like usually that's what I mean. I tune in and I'm like, I wish I wouldn't have looked at it. And then yeah, it's just a lot of craziness going on. Like I talked to my dad and he's just like, man, this world's going crazy, man. I go, I know. People, and especially we live out in California. I think maybe we see that a lot because of California, but I mostly see it on the web. I don't see it like in the streets, you know what I mean? And once in a while you do. I mean, I see some stuff and I'm like, oh my gosh. And yeah, it's just since I'm working at home, I'm an artist working at home. You don't go out a lot, so I'm not
Oh, that's
interacting
true.
with people, you know. So I look at Facebook as like my portal into the mad universe we're living in.
The meta, right?
The meta, yeah, it feels better, right?
It's interesting. I think they were saying in Hebrew meta means death, so be careful about that.
Was it
In Hebrew, I
Yeah.
think the word meta means death.
really?
So, like, don't. Well, it's not alive, but I'm sure that's not why they picked the word.
I don't think so. I mean, meta in this term, it's what does it mean? It's something that's self-referencing.
Yeah, usually, and that's what it would be.
Yeah.
Like the modern vernacular.
Yeah, it's like that is funny. Yeah, you learn about different terms, and you're like, "Where does that come from?" And then you find out, and you're like, "Whoa!" What?
We went to Publix grocery store down here the other day, and we were looking for let's just get some donuts or something, and they had apple fritters, and we were like, "Ooh, an apple fritter!" And I'm kind of like, "What in the world is a fritter? Like, where did that? I mean, I can tell by looking at it, it's something like a donut, but where do you make up a word like fritter? Like it doesn't sound French or something. Like, what would that be?" And so the baker was like, I'm going to look that up. So he went on a mission to try and figure out what fritter meant and the origin of the word. Like,
Well, I mean, it's probably like cobbler, right? Where the heck does cobbler come from?
yeah. I mean, they make shoes, right? Cobblers?
Yeah, cobbler.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
idea. But the heck
It's
does that have
also-
to do with a freaking pastry?
Yeah. Okay, it's also like apples covered with brown sugar and crumbs. Oh, okay. What's the common
Or shoes.
or shoes? Yeah. I guess they're both good. Like you need shoes and you need cobblers some days.
There you go.
There's two.
Sheldon is saying that fritters are intestines, and now he's saying he made it up.
I died.
I think it comes from like
A Latin word for fried.
yeah, it comes from a Latin word for fried.
Frita. Oh yeah. Well, it's fried.
Fried apple. Yep. So I don't know, but if you were to, say all donuts are fritters, you'd probably get some pushback on that. Like, no, not all donuts are fritters. Only fritters are fritters. Oh,
But
okay.
all fritters are donuts.
Maybe they are. Oh no, I'm gonna make myself really hungry if I keep going down. Oh, too late.
I'll see if I can.
Yeah, I did not have dinner before I started this. Kids hadn't.
Oh yeah.
Neither have I.
Yeah. Let's get back. We might have some cold pizza in the fridge. And I'm gonna be really hungry.
Yes,
man,
there's
that sounds
still some
good.
pizza.
Well, it's
I love
9
cold
o'clock.
pizza.
I'm gonna wrap it up pretty soon here anyway, so we can all go eat.
Yeah. Yeah, I need
Yeah,
food.
I know.
I'm just
Okay.
quite so happy to get to talk with everyone and
Yeah, we'll
all cool stuff.
finish this thing up later. So
And I actually have a drawing to a somewhat decent face. So, like, look, it's a picture. Yay!
yay.
Work a little faster on that.
Hey, hey,
All right.
hey,
Well, thank you everybody for coming in, hanging out, being
Yes,
here to keep my Wednesday nights occupied.
you're so glad
Uh,
your company too.
anybody want to give out information on how people can follow them, or shall we just go?
You can follow me on Twitter. I haven't been posting this a lot because it's become like an NFT like promotion thing, but I'm gonna start posting up art as soon as I get free time to draw free stuff. But I can't post up a lot of stuff I've been doing. But you can check me out at Cossin Masked at Twitter, and you can actually see
Oh, hello.
you can see what I'm doing. The stuff they post up at least.
All right, sounds good, girls.
Well, we're always down at Middle Earth Storytime, and sometimes I do some coloring and stuff there with Elrod. But besides that, I mean, all of our socials and stuff are on our website, unseekingdom.com. We're always working on something, but oh boy, I'm not exactly sure it's at a phase we can show a whole lot. But anyway, pray for us. We'll pray for you, and thanks for coming out, everyone. It's great getting to see you and talk to everybody, and this has just been a blast.
Yep. Thanks everybody for being here. Links in the description for the Discord, so do check it out. We're gonna start ramping up marketing on the Crypto Chads. Crypto Chads. Actually,
Nice shirt.
yeah, Crypto Chads. So
Got the hat and everything.
that should be launching probably within the month, hopefully. And yeah, other than that, God bless us, everyone. Jump in the Discord, and we'll see you on the next exciting episode.